So this US dollar Japanese yen analysis for Monday the 12th of March. Now, let's just have a look at prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we had price come down towards major support of the 105.55. Then had prices move up. Now we had the other confluence of 200 period moving average as well as this major level here of the 106.32. We didn't see much of a reaction, which is somewhat surprising. Had one bearish candle. I wouldn't call it much of a reaction, to be honest. We did trade above that level. Did trade through level as well as a 400 period moving average. We trade up a 106.94, had a brief pullback, retested that level, traded slightly above the 107 level before we did see sell side momentum taking us back down towards the 20 period moving average. We then had a gap in the market, a gap down in the market. Then had prices retest the 106.94. And from this 106.94, we have seen sell side momentum come back into the market, bring us down towards the 400 period moving average, from which we have seen a further breakdown in prices. We did see this bullish buy side momentum return to the market, but we do seem poised for further sell side momentum as this candle, the momentum has not followed through for a retest of the 106.94. Instead, we are seeing the sell side momentum come into the market, so we do seem poised for a test of the 106.32 with added confluence of the 200 period moving average. If we're not able to hold support at the 106.32 along with the 200 period moving average marks out here in blue, we are looking for prices to head back down towards these swing lows here, all the way down at the 105.55. Suppose we have a major level there, but ultimately we're looking for prices to head down towards our 105.55. Successful break from which it is a major level, so I wouldn't anticipate us breaking from there. But if we did break down from the 105.55, the very next major level to the downside we're looking at is all the way down at 104.65. If, however, we do find support at 106.32, we are looking for price head towards our 106.94, where we have found resistance on quite a few occasions here over the most recent past. And if we are able to break to the upside from the 106.94, we are looking for possibly a continuation of this move upwards, despite the pullback. So this move upwards, pullback. If we do see an upwards continuation above the 106.94, the very next major level that we are looking at is all the way up at the 107.32, and beyond which I don't anticipate coming to focus, but may do at some point in the not too distant future if we do see bullish buy side continuation, is 108.13. Now, that pretty much wraps up the hourly charts, and we'll just head over to the higher time frames. Over to the monthly chart we go, and we get the scale on here correct. We'll remove the drawings of the chart, make sure the chart's clean. And as we can see here, so we've had our lows over here. We've had this move upwards. So we posted our highs, lower high. We've had this somewhat downwards consolidation, I suppose, coming into here. We did find out that there were a lot of resistance around 114.30, around 114.30. We found resistance there on quite a few occasions. I'll highlight it on the other time frames. We've seen a pretty strong sell side momentum here over the previous 2 months prior to March. So January and February, we saw pretty strong sell side momentum, strong candles closing near their lows, pretty sizable candles in terms of their actual size. So in terms of the actual range of the candles, now we come down towards this 200 period moving average. And we do appear to be forming a bit of a reaction here, as we can see by the wicks on this market. So let's just see where our 200 period moving average currently sits. Our 200 period moving average here on the monthly time frame currently sits at the 105.62. So in around that 105.55, we do have the 200 period moving average here on the monthly time frame, further adding to the area being a confluence area. And we have seen some buy side momentum come off this market, but the most recent trend does appear to be to the downside. Now we're going to have a look at the weekly time frame just to see how prices are developing. So on this weekly time frame, so we've had this move upwards, formed our highs, went into this consolidation, found resistance at this 114.30, had posted a slightly lower high there. Posted a slightly lower high there, from which we did see a breakdown, broke beneath these lows over here. And again, we've seen some bullish buy side momentum come back into the market, but we do seem poised for further downside momentum. Now, this trend to the downside, even though we've covered quite a bit of distance, Isn't ideally how I would like to see trends, because we are having these sizable bullish candles inside of this downtrend, which we're not a huge fan of. We prefer to see trends similar to this, but I suppose nothing's perfect. But we do remain somewhat poised for further downside momentum. And again, that 108.13, as we can see here, is the area that I previously mentioned. So we are operating in shadow of a bullish week. So we'll see whether we do invalidate this week and we just have another bearish week to follow it on, or whether we do use it as a springboard for further upside continuation here on the US dollar Japanese yen. But most recent trend does appear to be to the downside. So we head over to the daily chart before we overemphasize the point a bit too much, and we get the drawings back on the chart. The drawings all the way up there. Does make sense. There we are. That's better. So we as you can see, the most recent trend, we're below the 20 period moving average here on the daily chart. So yeah, we're below the 20 period moving average. So in the somewhat showing the strength of the trend here. So we've had prices come up towards the 400 period moving average as well as 20 period moving average. We've seen further sell side momentum. We've come down towards this 105.55. We've had a bullish reaction off this 105.55, retested the 105.55, had another bullish leg upwards. So we've tested, move upwards, tested again, made slightly lower lows, and we've had a bullish reaction again. So we have pulled back a bit from this 106.94. So we will see whether we just simply form a higher low before seeing further upside continuation, or whether we do this current trend here persists and we continue to trade beneath the 20 period moving average, and we do break down towards that 105.55 again. The fact that we found bullish buy side momentum off these more recently possibly suggests that the 105.55 will be our lows for a little while yet. But if we do break down again, it is a level that we would be looking at. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US dollar Japanese yen analysis. Thanks for watching.